Okay. You. Decades ago, a great wave ravaged through Iberia. It wasn't long before the seaborns carried by the waves diminished Iberia's brilliant civilization to this. The waves of the profound silence must have reduced the village to its current state as well. Is there any reason it's called the profound silence? It doesn't seem to be the most appropriate moniker for a calamity like that. It's because the sea went dead silent before the waves came. The silence then claimed ships out at sea, then the cities of Iberia, and then the Iberians. No one could say a word in the face of the inevitable calamity. What are you? No average Iberian citizen should be privy to any of the information that you're sharing. And the Church of the Deep is really capitalizing on the pandemonium that followed the profound silence. They pretended to be a year from the sea to elude the citizenry of Iberia and are sowing chaos in her lands. So that's why they're arresting left and right. I can see the thought process, but... Oh. So it's understandable why the Inquisitor would want to arrest us. Dante. This isn't good. Sharing... That seems to be some kind of a taboo-like thing for the Inquisition. The Inquisitor wordlessly stared at Mares. Her eyes were filled with traces of anger and confusion, but... She's afraid. There was a fear... face of a threat. Not the fear of a terrified... No, it's the fear of someone who's suddenly confronted with something they must destroy. The Highlands Inquisition once told me that should I come across an Aegir who knows too much, there is a sliver of a chance that they may be of assistance to Iberia. Cease! Thou art threatening the innocent with thy brandishing of a firearm. But most are seduced by the allure of the sea. Thus, they are, with little doubt, our foes. I've got a bad feeling about this. Get out of my way, outsider. Final warning. Run! Quick on the uptake, Rhodia slung Mares over her shoulder and ran past the villagers, while the sinners scattered in all directions to distract the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor draws her firearm. Don, no! And in the midst of all the action, Don Quixote rushed the Inquisitor without a moment's hesitation. Oh no, this is a beautiful shot. Don Quixote? Thou shalt not go no further! A fixer of justice, shan't abide... Oh. Fuck, I can't do this. Shan't abide by it, as thou persecute them? Forsooth, 'tis a battle delayed, not avoided. The clash is inevitable. In that moment of crisis, seconds before this could irrevocably make us a new enemy. Who? Ah! Wait, didn't you... Wait a minute. Didn't you pass away in the Arknights universe?
This I think it's set before that.
Oh. Okay. A large obsidian crystallization in the shape of a monster burst forth between the two of them. Ah, who is it this time? That's enough meaningless bickering. Oh, it's the doctor. Doctor! Do you know her? Dante! Come on, bro! Yes, she's Dr. Rhodes Island Medical Department's... doctor! Behind you! Shoot first, talk later, is it? Then the negotiations are over. From this moment onward, Rhodes Islands is now operating within legal capacity on Iberian territory under the Inquisition's authorization. The Inquisitor fired a blast of that firearm-looking weapon, but the monster summoned by the doctor managed to deflect it. And the cannonball thrown from the weapon punched clean through the wall of the building we stayed the night in, before punching through several other buildings behind it. That was enough to instantly freeze the sinners and the village on the spot. That penetrated the building. Though their walls may be weaker than the head standard for what counts as a building's exterior, to punch through so many is... What a precision point it makes. No, that's not time to stand around and be impressed. It is a violation of a taboo to have that much penetrative power in a firearm. We're not in the city. Don't lose your heads over this. Taboos don't apply here. My head knows that to be true. yet my heart still finds that to be difficult. That is enough of that discussion for now. It is advisable that we carefully observe and grasp the situation at hand instead of deliberating on a taboo that the jurisdiction of which does not reach this far. Yeah, so the situation's gotten slightly better, right? Alright. Is that what you think? I apologize for the disappointment, but I am not on anyone's side. In other words, your particular denomination ally might be incorrect. Might not be entirely correct. However, if I must define my allegiance, then let me inform you that I am the closest label would be that I am Inquisitor Irene's ally. Doctor? Amaya, outsiders. As much as I would like to deny it, the Inquisitor's suspicions are true. While it can be said that the process by which she reached that conclusion was unfair, the conclusion itself is without a doubt correct. So they're actually connected to the Church of the Deep? That is one way to put it. To be more precise, they aren't connected to the Church of the Deep. They are the Church of the Deep. Perhaps the village itself is a dilapidated church of their congregation. Our village, a church? Just look at our buildings. Where would we even congregate? Your thoughts, Faust? There are not many resources by which we may analyze the decision. However, the fact that Amaya's colleague has made the same argument as the Inquisitor brings the accused defense into question. Yet I can hardly believe that young Maris is lying to us. Hold on, you've been chatting plenty with the Inquisitor and whatever. How do we know you weren't aligned with them the whole time? I see. You really are all entirely in the dark. Unexpected outcome, given that all of you may be from a place far beyond the dimensional door. As fortunate should have it, there is no need for you to know it anyway. Truth is truth unchanging, without the acceptance from an errant group of outsiders. Besides, soon... Sorry, it seems that we've married you in all this trouble. Say no such things. We shall not abide by as one such injustice is perpetrated before our eyes. The village has already been identified by the Inquisition, and the Inquisition has brought an ally. It seems quite unlikely that words shall resolve this conflict. But we promise you, we will take responsibility for what is done. We have befitted far too much from your warmth and kindness not to do so. The village chief with a benevolent look pulls a dagger from— No! No! Wait! Oh, no, no, no! Wait, what? Excuse me. What? What is this? What are you doing? Stop! Unanticipated, or perhaps I was simply in denial of this rising dread ambush did not end out there. Damn it, the Inquisitor was right? Wait, guys! The villagers suddenly began shanking the sinners. Oh no. And it seemed that they were coming for me as well. Amaya! Oof. Amaya materialized a black ribbon-like apparition, parrying away the dagger flying in my direction. Another villager rushed in, taking advantage of the opening. The charging villager's back was made a visceral crunchy noise. Someone flung them away. Woo! Fucking hell. Okay, excuse me. Didn't mean to be this late. Skady, let me catch you up to speed. I know the situation. The fishy smell was what I went to investigate earlier. What about the sinners? Unlike Amaya and I, who had managed to survive the initial ambush, the sinners weren't doing so well. At least we had a silver lining in that the Inquisitor and Callista's quick understanding of the situation and the subsequent retaliation led the villagers away from the sinners. What an odd thing to say. Why would we hold any animosity against you? Why would we intend to kill you? We're not trying to hurt you, we're simply trying to give you a form better suited for the sea. Until we were obstructed. I apologize for our unfamiliar... Ugh. Fuck. I apologize for our unfamiliarity has caused you trouble, Inquisitor. I won't make a big stink about what happened. What's truly unforgivable is that the heretics tried to take advantage of the ignorance of outsiders to flee the Inquisition. And even if you are outsiders, any lives lost on Iberian soil are my responsibility. It's my fault. I'm sorry it came to this. Wait, lives lost? We're still alive, you know? We can shake off the stab wound like... This is most unfortunate, outsider. Huh? What? Your friends are going to die or turn into seaborns. The daggers that stabbed them were laced with the flesh of sea terrors. Once that happens, most die, and the survivors become overwritten by their cells, becoming nothing more than another sea monster. Wait, we just turned back the clock! No, we got this, bro. Lock in. Dante. No, not a very... Yeah. What?
Free up to give.
What? 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 What?
You're literally Dante.
Dude, I'm locked in, bro. Shut up.
Don't bully me, okay? Listen,
I'm protective over my peeps, okay? Bruh, you...
Mm-hmm.
Wait, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're frustrating.
Insane, insane. You're so funny.
Eat you up later.
What?
Yeah. Okay, I should be able to deal with this by turning back the clock. It's not that bad. My only concern was that I didn't know what would happen if I tried to bring them back after they fully transformed into seaborns. The Golden Bull helped deal with the whale's solidification effects, but I had no idea how it would interact with the seaborn transformations. We should just kill them before they turn. I know this must be very hard. What? Sorry to bother you with this, but can you kill my friends? And preferably in the least painful way, you know? Huh? Oh, sorry, was the last part kind of too much to ask? Wait, don't just give up already. If we bring them back to Rhode Islands, we should be able to do something to help them. How should I explain this? Guys, can you... Dante, I know what you mean, but I can't. I just can't right now. Oh. It's kind of tingly, too. Just trust me. This one time, I can assure you that I'm not just giving up on them. But... Amaya, can you understand the outsider's speech? Yes, it's just they're making a pretty difficult request. They want me to kill all their friends before they transform into seaborns. Okay. Before we knew it, Scotty had already decapitated the sinners, none of whom resisted. Amaya seemed to have been taken aback by how fast Scotty just jumped into action. What are you doing? Scotty, don't let this spook you. This is just how we roll. The clock turns, the decapitated heads freed forward, the headless torsos connecting with the threads of blood. The sensation is that of reversal. It feels as though the sinners and I are severed from the rest of the world, rewinding in isolation. Is this rewinding us back in time, or are we just defying the concept itself? This pain is multifold worse than the sensation of a straightforward decapitation. The pain is in the heart. As the current of death reverses, I sense a deep, crushing isolation. Their wounds are disappearing. Resurrection, and if psychosis or time reversal? Puzzling. I have no knowledge with which to interpret this technology. The cost seems to be that the pain is transferred to the one who rewinds. But that seems too small a price for such great power. Though the discussion of whether this can be categorized as power should be explored later. I couldn't stop shaking. All my limbs were trembling from the icy solitude. Still, I took a moment to collect myself and order the sinners. I don't know just what they were thinking, but we should be able to find out once we take them down. Dare deceive the executive manager and try to take their life. Prepare thyself, for thou shalt now pay the price for making a mockery of justice! Yeah, we can't just let this... Oh, never mind. Fortunate. I had high hopes that all of you would become fine blood kings. Oh gosh. Man, that's awful, dude. Aww. Okay.
이상이요. 행색이 이상하나 그럼에도 이상이요. 내가 맞서 날개를 펼치고
시비수에게 명
발톱을 걸어 시의 이상을
이
함께
앞에
줬다.
숨쉬는 토끼를 보내라.
이상이요.
Oh! Hey!
중들을 도려내라.
무용하군요.
묘여. 길을 열어라.
Damn.
무상한 목숨. 불끄듯 지원해.
No sanity. Ooh.
혈염도 바로. 다. 몰아쳐라.
He's crazy.
Yes.
깔끔하게 물었군.
The Mao branch might be my favorite. Oh. That should take care of that, hopefully. Breaker moment.
날개를 펼치고 발톱을 걸어. 친히 목을 떨궈주마. 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Okay. I'll be 100% honest, I wasn't expecting that outcome, but I guess I shouldn't have trusted them, given the fact that they just, like, yeah, were like, hey, yeah, we don't mind helping you. But, I don't know. I think if I knew stuff about Arc Knights, maybe I would have suspected it, you know? So, no idea in that regard. Oh! Oh! So I guess the assessment of, like, it being closer to Blood Fiends was extremely accurate. I'm trying to think right now, like,
훌륭하군요.
Okay. That's kind of interesting, though.
고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
불쌍하게 울부짖는군.
You know, it does feel weird seeing enemies with sinking, given that, like, we haven't seen them in forever.
The sea things had sinking as well.
No, I know. I'm talking about, like, in general, like,
Yeah.
Antos and Travalos and stuff. We haven't really had one in a while.
Yeah.
I think, like, LCBE was, like, the last time, but, like, I don't know if I'd really counter it, because that one was kind of just, like, everything mixed. I don't know.
시간 끌
It just feels weird.
모조리 치워버리죠.
Oh, that sucks. Sinclair moment. Oh, damn it. I do not have the one that I want on here. That's unfortunate.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Okay, one down. The minions.
이제 깨우치시게.
It's two down. Now it's just this pain in the ass.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면 하나 넘고 둘 넘고 꺾고 제쳐라.
무린무변 믿음을 되새겼다면 어리석은 의무는 품지 말았어야지.
She became a centipede. Oh. Well, that's a wrap. Bye!
시간 끌 것 없이 모조리 치워버리죠.
차! 이제 끝내지.
I was thrown off by that, no. Oh no. Wait, I think they're heading to... He's running himself into a dead end. Are they seeking refuge at sea? Wait, that's where the ship is. That's where they're headed. They're trying to board the vessel. Oh. Wait, but we never told them that the ship was repaired, so how... Ain't it obvious? The whole village is in on it. It ain't even a surprise they'd send someone to spy on us or know a way to get the ship floating, even in its broken state. Vessel Masas. Vessel Rebellion de la Mas. The ship is moored at a port in that direction. Wait, it can't be. Irene, who was preoccupied with battling the rest of the followers of the church who were hiding, quickly gave chase. But Fabius? I don't know. And the villagers were already aboard the repaired ship, slowly departing the harbor with a horde of sea tremors between us and them. How can a vessel of that size become operational this fast? The exterior of the name, it must have been construction built during the Golden Age of Iberia. But how are we supposed to chase that? What if we built a raft and rowed after them? Mate, come on. What? Why did you laugh? What?
Just like Honglu, like, how can we catch up with the high-tech ship engine? What if we just build a raft and row?
I'm deceased. Seas full of sea terrors. It won't be very far before it sinks. Huh? You see something, Amaya? You keep looking in that direction. Oh. The vessel Masa soon disappeared into the mist, and the village was left empty with nary a sign of people ever having been there, as though this getaway had all been premeditated. Leaving only mares. Oh!
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이
She just got
지나면
abandoned.
홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지. 이 홍로가 무얼 바꾸었는지를.
Wow. Bro. I'm kind of salty. What the? Okay. Sure. Whatever. I guess. Damn it. Can't we just take a ship? Any ship to go after it? It's a research vessel. It can't possibly be very fast. This will be difficult. Even if it is a research vessel, I'm sure it was constructed during the Golden Age of Iberia. No average ship can keep up with it. Which is a problem, because I doubt we have any ship that can traverse at the same speed. We only have a few small vessels left, which are all anchored too far from this location to be feasible options. Do we have any recourse? No, not unless we can identify the exact location of the vessel. Which is the real problem. We can find ourselves a ship to go after them, yes, but most eyes of Iberia, the lighthouses, were lost during profound silence. Wait. When you say most, do you mean there's some left? Just one As far as I know, the one in Gran Faro, but that lighthouse cannot be used at the moment. There's another. There's a lighthouse you can use. Hmm? Really? Huh. Are you really going to give one of the villagers the benefit of the doubt? Yet, young Scatty hath already claimed her to be safe. Confirmed her to be safe. All I confirmed is whether she's a Seaborn or not. Can't know if she's a cultist. 'Tis true, yet. Once we saw that Mayor's was left all on her own, we decided to have her accompany us at all times and keep her within Irene's eye shot. We couldn't possibly blame her for what happened, given Scotty's confirmation that she doesn't have anything to do with those sea monsters. Besides, they'd all left her behind. But Irene still seemed to harbor a bit of suspicion. The problem with is that she simply knows too much. Where could she possibly have gained access to all that information? See? She can't even answer the question. But let's think about it this way. What if we were to ask her what we don't know? The location of that lighthouse, for example. They're ticking rapidly. What did they say? Dante says that we should approach it differently and ask her what we don't know, like the location of the lighthouse. That seems like a reasonable suggestion to me. Or does the Inquisitor have an alternative solution for to this conundrum? No, but... Fine, let's hear it. I won't interrogate you about how you have access to things that even us Inquisitors don't know. At least not right now. Para Muerto. Dead Lighthouse. That's our village name. Somewhere a little ways off from the coastline, there's an intact eye of Iberia on the sea, though it was almost destroyed when the profound silence swept through. Off the coastline? It's not connected to the land? I think it used to be, until it sank. We should be able to procure ourselves enough wooden material from the village to build a raft. Is it near enough for a raft to be the means of access? The weather's not great today, but it should do. It's not very far from the coast. Even you? You're gonna trust them? I don't see why I shouldn't. I understand the Iberian mistrust of is quite profound, yet sentiment is hollow to the rest of us. Inquisitor Irene, what did you feel when you saw the Rhodes Island operator? If you're talking about Goddess, nothing in particular, other than slight annoyance when she accused me of being inhumane. So you didn't harbor any hostility nor disgust. Not that you would have felt any sense of sympathy or empathy either. I have no history of feelings for or against them. Such must be the same for the outsiders. She all about. She is conveying that in matters in regards to mayors, our opinions are more objective than Irene's. Finding the vessel that Fabius commandeered will be of benefit to all. Limbus Company will gain an opportunity to return to the city via the Dimensional Door, while Rhodes Island will have a chance to study it at closer proximity. And then the Inquisitor will gain possession of the vessel in which the technology from the Iberian Golden Age is contained. What? You're going to just hand that over to the Inquisition? Why should we covet what was once Iberia's? While there certainly are aspects to the vessel that draw interest, I already have a state-of-the-art masterpiece known as Mistopheles. As long as that can be guaranteed, I see no reason to refuse. Irene eventually agreed to put her trust in Mayors. We are in luck, Executive Manager. It is fortunate that our interests align exactly with that of the first strangers we encountered in a strange land. Blech. Lucky is right. Imagine if we were back in the city. It would have taken them like 3-4 distortion hunts for us to come to this agreement. Sorry about having saddled you with this, Mayors. Please lead us to the lighthouse. Okay, happily. I heard that the light... What? Why are you laughing? What?
Just don't worry about it.
What's funny? No, what? What's funny?
I'm looking at all the stuff I can send you once this is over.
Oh. Bruh. That's why you're staying up, is because you have memes. Oh my God. It's also the weekend for you, though, so... Kinda doesn't entirely matter, but... Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. How much longer till this cutscene's over? Damn it. My brother has food for me. My brother made me food! Wow, it's probably gonna taste awful. I heard the light faded from the lighthouse a long time ago, but the shape still stands. At least it was when I saw it a few months ago. If the lighthouse is in an inoperable state, we're going to need an expert technician to get it back in working order. The technology it's based on is completely divorced from the popular application of Originum technologies, so I doubt there's anyone out there who could work it anymore. Then you needn't worry about that. Here we have an engineer and a researcher who are geniuses even among those in the city, so we should be able to manage most mechanical failures. Today is just revelation after revelation, huh? I can vouch for Limbus Company skills. I can. Also work on the simpler tasks. I've learned a thing or two helping out Gramps. Stuff about the lighthouse or other various tech stuff. Well then, should we all head to the lighthouse together? No, I'll be leaving the group for a moment. Amaya will accompany you instead. Oh, what? After all that, you're just going off on your own? Yes, to join the doctor. What? Are you not the doctor? You know what? No wonder why you're paired with Faust. Okay, you're a collective as well. Cool.
That's Dr. Kalstead. And then the Dante, the executive manager of Arknights, is called Doctor.
You know, you could just let me have my cool, like, hypothetical little theory that I know nothing about this game, and you should go and ruin it.
Get facted.
Hey. No.
Old again.
What?
Don't worry. There's plenty to theorize about.
Of course, that hinges on Amaya and Scotty remaining behind here to assist the rest of you. Thus, I will leave it to the rest of you to take the Eye of Iberia, the lighthouse, back. Wait, what do you mean take back the lighthouse? Is there someone or something out there that's taken over? I likely supposition. Amaya, what did the manager of Limbus Company say? They're asking if the lighthouse has been overtaken by something. Not a bad intuition. Yes, there's a high likelihood that the structure has already been overrun by sea terrors. I don't know about overrun, but I've encountered them a few times when we approached it too closely. Normally, this is hardly enough personnel to attempt a raid on a lighthouse, but answer me this. Are there any limitations to their revival? There are no restrictions as long as Dante, the manager, survives. However, do note that battle efficiency depreciates with prolonged battle due to mounting mental stress on the manager. No need to change the plan then. Maya, use this communicator to alert me as soon as you are able to identify the coordinates of the vessel from the lighthouse. If luck would have it, we should be able to reduce the time it takes to complete the retrieval mission. Okay, as long as you're not taking everyone with you. If it's just her who's leaving, then go ahead. I think we should be fine too. Then let us commence mission vessel Massas retrieval. Righto. Step one of the plan's the raft, right? Let's get on with it. It's done. Let's go. Huh? Why is she smiling? What is... Okay. This is literally Ish as well. This is the, she's the one that Ish's ego is based off of, right? I think I've seen it.
She's the fish.
Why did you just say she's the fish?
She is fish.
You're a fish.
Fish.
Why are you looking at us like that? Is there something bothering you? Must you ask? Just look at how proactive and quick she is to jump into action. Certainly lives up to the image of an employee working for a large corporation. Thanks, Otis, for that charitable view, I guess. Thanks to Scotty, who had already finished the first step of the plan, we were able to move on to step 2 immediately. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my food really quick. I will be right back. 1 second. I will no longer be yapping. I will